How about now? There we are. Hello, guys. So I want to thank Rob B in the last stream for forwarding to me. I think we're live there. Yep. For forwarding to me the link to Jayme Cutter speaking on the media about Occupy Denver. The timing for this is right after the incident occurred with the hot water, which is when Jayme finally signed the letter. So I'm going to switch over here to this view. Let's see. Oh, it looks like I need to shrink that a little bit. Let's get that shrunk down. Yeah, here we are. I don't know why it made me do that again. There's something went wrong with my display settings. But here we go. There we are. This here is, you can see the link here, which I'm going to grab, and I'm going to post it here in the speech chat. Right there. You can go there to listen to this directly. This is on the Americhicks with Kim Morrison. And I'm going to start this playing, and then I'll shut my microphone off. And we're just going to this is really interesting. I just listened to most of this. It was so good, I just had to stop and rebroadcast it. If you think there's not a conspiracy against this, wait till you hear the things that Jayme Cutter has to say in here.
I'm thrilled to have on the line with me Jayme Cutter. He is the owner of the Corner Bakery on the 16th Street Mall. He's an entrepreneur. Jayme Cutter, welcome to the Americhicks with Kim Munson.
Good morning, Kim. Thanks for having me on the show.
I love the Corner Bakery.
Thank you.
You know, and I was thinking about it as about our conversation when we got this confirmed, and I thought it just all the different things that you bake, all the great food. I mean, it's a lot of work. You are truly an entrepreneur.
Yeah, we do breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and catering's a big part of what we do. We have 5 stores in the Denver metro area, so the teams are getting in early in the morning and baking and getting going, and putting in some long hours and trying to take care of the community and the customers out there.
Well, I love that, and so definitely, if you're thinking about an event, consider the Corner Bakery. How could people reach you?
Well, we're on www.cornerbakerycafe.com. We do all the food delivery businesses with DoorDash and Grubhub, and catering's a big part of what we do. But we have 3 corner bakeries downtown, 2 on the mall, the 16th Street Mall, and 1 on 17th in California, and then over in Highlands Ranch, and 1 over at South Glen in Centennial.
That's the one I normally go to.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
So, but you had quite an event. You had people that were camping out in front of the Corner Bakery on the 16th Street Mall, if I remember right. Yes?
Yeah, for almost 10 months, Occupy Denver had set up camp every Sunday in front of the Corner Bakery at Pavilions in the morning, and they would set up a soup kitchen, serve the homeless, sometimes up to about 100 homeless, and then hand them signs, and they would protest Corner Bakery for not helping to repeal the urban camping ban.
Okay. So did this affect your business at all?
Yeah, it was a tough 10.
I'm thrilled to have on the line with me Jayme Cutter.
Year was bad. Was helping to repeal
The 16th Street Mall, if I remember right. Yes?
Yeah, for almost 10 months, Occupy Denver had set up camp every Sunday in front of the Corner Bakery at Pavilions in the morning, and they would set up a soup kitchen, serve the homeless, sometimes up to about 100 homeless, and then hand them signs, and they would protest Corner Bakery for not helping to repeal the urban camping ban.
Okay. So did this affect your business at all?
Yeah, it was a tough 10 months. It affected sales. It affected my team. It affected innocent bystanders along the mall. We call them protesters, but they're really disruptors. The language was bad. The behavior was bad.
So we call them protesters. They're not really protesters. They're disruptors. Hello, big red truck.
That's what protesters do?
That's what protesters do.
It was just really a rough 10 months, and for my team and for the community downtown. It just wasn't a good sight on the mall.
How close were they to your front door?
They were literally on the walkway. So we have a patio, and they were planted right on the walkway, setting up the soup kitchen. We were working with Denver police and others to try and get them to move, but they understand the laws pretty good, and the police had their hands tied behind their back, and there wasn't a lot we could do or Denver could do to enforce them to move on.
City to get you moved, knowing that the laws are against them being able to do that.
Yeah, they worked with the city to try and do anything they could.
To remove it, yeah.
They became desperate.
They did.
Desperate enough to dump scalding hot water on people.
And then charge you with the crime.
That's right.
We ended up
I'm thrilled to have on the line with me Jayme Cutter. He is the
but they understand the homeless, giving out coffee, and police had their hands tied behind their back, and there wasn't a lot we could do or Denver could do to enforce them to move on. We ended up doing some stuff on our own to turn it into a fundraiser every Sunday for the homeless. Over the last 11 years, we've probably donated over $250,000 in food to the homeless. So we had a couple Sundays where we had bands, and we took over their space and ended up sampling the homeless, giving out coffee, and just trying.
That's correct. We took over their space. We became the aggressors, and we took over their space and made them move. Only we wouldn't move.
Noting their space is the public space.
That's right. We got bans and took over their space.
They also violated their rules for downtown Denver at the same
They
time.
did, yeah.
Multiple times.
But nobody. We actually measured this out, and they were in violation, but they didn't care.
The city didn't care.
No.
No, they were doing everything they could to get rid of them.
That's right.
Trying to keep it positive, Kim, on our end. We didn't know what else to do.
Well, it sounds to me like you were targeted. Were there other businesses that were targeted like you, or was it just
Trying
you?
to keep it positive.
Yeah,
Scalding
this
hot
has
water's
been
not
going on
positive.
for 7 years since the urban camping ban took place, and they have targeted numerous businesses, and they want their demand is that the business send a letter to the mayor asking the mayor to repeal the urban camping ban. So it's kind of an extortion play, if you will, and they won't move until you write that letter to the mayor.
Or until you take over
Wow.
their space and dump
Now,
scalding hot water on them.
Jayme, let's talk a little bit. Are you familiar at all with this Initiative 300 that is on the ballot for Denver voters? The ballots just were sent out this last Monday.
Absolutely.
I told you this was about Initiative 300.
Now, my understanding is Occupy Denver was a player in getting this Initiative 300 on the ballot. Do you happen to know about that?
I don't know how it got on the ballot, Kim. I know what a big issue it is for Denver. Historically, this could be one of the biggest issues ever if this passes. It could destroy Denver.
And the reason is I had Karen Levine on Monday. She is an award-winning RE/MAX Alliance realtor. And in fact, just a quick note, we had talked about it in the first segment that there's this young woman that has come to Denver infatuated with the Columbine shootings. And it just happened, you remember where you were when there were events that happened. And I remember that that morning when Columbine happened that I was supposed to meet Karen Levine just a little bit later. And so anyway, I guess I digressed just a little bit. But I had Karen on as well as Peter Wall, who is the Director of Government Relations with the Denver Metro Association of Realtors. And Karen, I think, really nailed it. We care deeply about people that are down on their luck. That is something that is inherently American. But she said Initiative 300 doesn't do anything to help the homeless. And Peter had mentioned that in Denver alone, with the programs, and this probably isn't even the nonprofits, Denver spends $20,000 per homeless person. And so people are out there wanting to help. But so what Karen said is this doesn't help the homeless, but it really affects and it hurts property owners. And Peter had brought out, and you may not be familiar with this, Jayme, but when you mentioned this about police officers working with them, this Initiative 300 has a civil rights component. Nothing else in the country has anything like this. So if, in fact, for example, somebody is camping on your, that tree area by the sidewalk in front of your house, with that civil rights component, if a police officer or if a nonprofit or somebody comes up to try to get them to move, they can, hold up their hands and say, you are walking all over my civil rights. And that is danger from what I can see, Jayme.
She is absolutely right that it does not solve the issue of homelessness. And that's the problem with this initiative. The other piece, it's going to have an adverse effect. Now, if they're sleeping on the mall and in front of businesses and, the reputation of Denver continues to go downhill, we're not going to be able to employ a lot of these great kids that we have that are on the cusp of being homeless. So you're going to see the homeless population increase from this if it does pass, and it can't pass.
Well, and the other component of it is, I served on city council for 4 years, and as I really looked at sales tax, you as entrepreneurs, you create businesses that create sales tax. Government doesn't create any businesses. It doesn't create, it doesn't generate any income. It doesn't generate anything. It's the businesses that do that. And if, in fact, it's making it more difficult for you guys to stay in business, and the other part of it is, my friends, we have to think about it. You as a business owner, you collect all that sales tax. You have to hire staff to collect it, do all the bookkeeping, and submit that. So in essence, I've always thought that our entrepreneurs are almost kind of like doing the government's work there. But if, in fact, your business starts to contract, there's going to be less in sales tax for the city and county of Denver. Yeah,
it's kind of those unintended consequences, right? I think you're just going to see a lot of more issues with that, and a lot less desire to open businesses in Denver as well in the future.
So last question on this, Jayme Cutter. I really appreciate you coming on and letting us know what's going on. You said that they were there for 10 months. How did you finally get this thing for them to move?
Well, Kim, we had to get back to what we did well, and that was take care of our customers. Our employees were drained. They were upset having to deal with us every Sunday. We weren't focusing on the customer like we needed to be and serving great food at Corner Bakery. So we ended up penning our own letter stating we did not support the urban camping ban. It was a simple 2-line letter that we did get to the mayor, and they have moved on since, and unfortunately they're targeting a new business right now, going after them. Wow.
Well, Jayme Cutter, thank you so much. Thank you for being an entrepreneur. Thank you for caring about, our state, our city. And again, give the information twice on how people, if they have you know, a party coming up for graduation or something, Corner Bakery would be a good place to call them. So what is that information again?
Yeah, thanks, Kim. Actually, it's cornerbakerycafe.com. We do have 5 locations in the Denver metro area. Breakfast, great breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Catering's a huge part of what we do. We've got vans all over the metro area, and we appreciate you having us on the show today, Kim, and thanks for everything you do.
Well, absolutely. So, Jayme Cutter, thank you so much. And that is Jayme Cutter with Corner Bakery, and appreciate you giving us the information on that. So you have a great day.
Okay, guys. So there you have that. And yeah, I already got that. And so Janet's back. We've got a lot of work to do here. So thank you for joining us on that brief little video. I needed to do that to make sure that the evidence was available on my channel. Make sure my lawyer can listen to it. I would like to thank you, Jayme Cutter, for being so honest about your participation in the conspiracy. Thank you for coming out and taking over our space. We appreciate the fact that you've mentioned to the entire world that you were the aggressive invader. It's exactly what the video shows. And I'm just going to end this right here by re-showing that portion of the video. Let's just do that. Oops.
Chill out, buddy.
Get it up, punch your fucking face! Ow, the pump! Scalding hot water! You put that on my feet and get it up, punch your fucking face! He just emptied the bucket. Oh, this is good. You put that on my feet and get it up, punch your fucking face! He empties the bucket. He empties the bucket on the ground. Really? Get the fuck out of my face! How dare you! How dare you! Someone should probably slit your throat. You know that? Because you don't deserve to live. Because you make other people not live. You're responsible for death after death after death. How dare you? How dare you? Pull your fucking girlfriend away, huh? Pull your fucking bitch away from me, girl. The bucket is empty. How dare you pour scalding fucking hot water on my... Oh, they stopped the video there. But remember what his statement said. His statement right here. His statement right here said, I dumped the rest over my head to demonstrate it wasn't scalding hot. No, he didn't. He's a liar. He's a liar. Thank you, Jayme Cutter, for being honest about your participation in the conspiracy. That is it for the stream today. We have tons of work to do. Thank you for joining us.